Good morning, Senators. Certainly a privilege to be able to address you this morning. Thank you very much. My name is Bill Lucenhide. I'm an elected Ravalli County Republican committeeman. My great-grandfather was a pioneer right here in Helen.
Can you spell your last name, please?
I'm sorry?
Can you spell your last name, please?
Took me to the 5th grade to learn how to spell this name. Lussenheide.
Thank you.
We dropped the umlaut over the U to make things a little simpler. My great-grandfather was a pioneer right here in Montana, right here in Helena. Built a bakery right down the street from the old governor's mansion, as a matter of fact. Strong back, weak-minded German, wheat farmer. My grandfather was born in Anaconda in 1887. My mother was born in Butte, 1925. My family did a detour after World War II to California, where I was once a candidate for United States Congress. During that campaign, I was a speaker at a very large 4th of July event held right at the border, at the most porous point of the border in Campo out in the desert. I was invited for a private tour of at that event by the Border Patrol, and I was shown some very incredible things. The ability to enter this country illegally is absolutely shocking. Every few hundred feet, there's tunnels underneath the so-called barrier. Some places there's only a little strand of barbed wire about this high that a cat could jump over. That's all that would stop entry. It's very dangerous down there, and we were all very well armed. Now, I could go on about many of the shocking things that go on the border. But perhaps the most shocking thing that the Border Patrol showed me were, just from that summer, 30 Korans that were found out there in the desert. My point is that we have no idea who is coming into this country from around the world. Could it be a nuke, a suitcase nuke, a dirty bomb, etc., easily coming into our country? Our northern border in Canada is even more porous than that. Now, during that campaign, I had a list of every single registered voter in the state of California, and it showed whether or not they had voted in the last 5 elections or not. I made thousands of phone calls during my campaign. I can easily say that at least 10%, I've heard figures as high as 20%, but will personally vouch that at least 10% of those people could not speak any English at all. People that were registered to vote, people that were voting. And I'm not just picking on Hispanics here. There were people from all kinds of countries, whether they were Germans, Russians, Swedes, Chinese, every country on the planet. We had people voting in our elections that were not citizens, because having a working knowledge of English is required to be able to take the citizenship test. I'm shocked at how easily non-citizens are able to vote. Election integrity is compromised when illegals are allowed to register and to vote without identification. In the last 4 years, we have had 10 million illegal crossings into the United States. Employers are required in many states to have what's called E-Verify. E-Verify is a system where you are able to find out whether or not a person is a citizen for the sake of employment, and to have proof of citizenship to enable to work. By having an identifying mark on a driver's license showing citizenship, this process would greatly aid employers in that process here in the state of Montana. Moving towards conclusion here, it's reported to me from many different reliable news sources that Tren de Aragua, the Venezuelan gang, has now gained footholds here in Montana. Having citizenship identification on a driver's license will be able to help law enforcement in helping to stop the spread of illegal criminal gangs, narcotics, and human trafficking, and worse, that I know that all of you are against. And it's for those reasons and many more that I implore the senators here to see fit to move forward with Senate Bill 91. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.